It's your boy. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I see the merch. We leveled up. We got some merch.
Yeah, man. You know,
Hey,
I mean,
where your shirt at? Show your shirt, baby.
you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Mhm.
hey.
We in the
Merch is
bill, man. What's
on
good?
deck.
You
What's
know, I'm
good,
on here.
man?
I'm chilling,
Yes.
Just finished hooping, doing
Okay.
what I gotta do.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
We
You,
here, man.
you know what it is, man. 2 cents and change the podcast.
Yeah. We
It's your
here, man. We in the
boy,
bill.
CEO McLean.
It's your boy, Melly Mel, LL Cool Mel. You know?
LL Cool Mel with the cool fade and all that.
Yeah, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know how I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know this is episode what?
28.
Episode 28. Damn man, episode 28. We climbing, man. We climbing,
We on
we
the we on the
climbing.
grind. We on the grind, man.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. We got
And
merch now. We got
yeah,
merch now. Merch
we'll
coming
let
soon.
yeah, merch coming soon.
Be on
Um,
the lookout for that.
yeah, and just a couple announcements because I know congrats to you on your position. So we're gonna have to for a couple weeks do the episodes on Mondays.
Uh-huh.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Mondays, same time,
Same
7. But
time,
just
same place,
just
same
for
dudes.
a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Let my brother get settled in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then you going out to New Orleans and all that for the Giants game. All right.
Yes. Got to see my Giants kick the Saints' ass.
You know,
Yeah.
and then next Tuesday we off because I'm gonna be going to the book signing to meet
Okay.
one of my peoples, AI to God. So
Mm-hmm.
just a couple of announcements about
Mm-hmm.
upcoming what we got going on.
Absolutely, man. And once again, always got to shout out our TikTok families, our YouTube families. Well, not,
Yeah,
yeah, our Instagram families. Always got to shout you guys out, man.
yeah,
Holla at y'all guys. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for tuning in, liking, commenting, all of that. We appreciate all the love that we have been getting thus far on those platforms. We're going to continue to give y'all raw, authentic content in our 2 cents and change about ish. You dig?
oh yeah,
Yes.
no, no, yeah, oh, yeah. Also, I think it's Latino Heritage Month, so I got the
Oh,
pinpoint to the big pun, the capital
hey,
punishment. You dig
hey,
the pin, so you're gonna salute that, man. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? And shout
Shout
out
out
to
our
Bad Bunny for getting that
Latino.
Super Bowl too. Shout
Huh?
out to Bad Bunny getting that Super Bowl, nod too.
Oh, okay. He got the Super Bowl
You,
nod. I ain't watching it,
yeah,
but it's okay. Shout out
yeah,
to
I
him.
mean, yeah, I'm saying, man. Shout out, man.
Shout out to
You
him.
know, definite,
Absolutely,
man.
man. But let's get
We
right
got,
into it, man.
yeah.
What
Let's
we
get into
got,
it.
bro?
I mean, I know this wasn't on the topic, but
hmm
just I know Nafisa Collier went off on the WNBA commissioner
Oh, she
and
damn
all that.
sure did. I'm glad you brought that up because I had pulled that up and yes, I had it right here. So
Yeah,
yeah,
she went crazy on him.
yeah, she went crazy. So go ahead, dive into it.
I mean, honestly, I just caught wind of it before we came on, so I just know that she was just getting on him, and I just people were saying how they agree, they
hmm
siding with her, a lot of players and stuff. So that's all I've seen. I didn't really get to hear what she said like that.
hmm So the statement was obviously this was Fisa Collier. She's the they just lost the Lynx to
And
the
she was
Phoenix
injured.
Mercury.
She got injured in
She got
game
injured.
4.
Yeah. So she, made a statement. She made a bold claim. She said the Minnesota Star said Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and the league office lack accountability and are tone deaf and dismissive towards players. That is a bold statement coming from one of your star players in the
Yeah.
WNBA.
hmm
Yeah, she went off. Obviously, this is something new that came out. This was in her
Yeah.
exit interview of them getting eliminated by the Phoenix Mercury, and that's when she made the bold statement. So we not sure exactly what probed her to make this type of statement. But they said, she said we have the best players in the world, we have the best fans in the world, but right now we have the worst leadership in the world. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure things are going to be coming out in terms of
Yeah.
why this was said. She said, well, and just to add, she said the league talks about sustainability and collective bargaining agreement negotiations, but it won't address officiating issues. She said coaches constantly bring up officiating, but the league just issues fines and looks the other way, which she called negligence. The WNBA, they had fined her head coach, Cheryl Reed,
Oh yeah, when she got
15,000.
ejected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fined her 15,000 for filing her complaints about officiating a play where Collier injured her ankle, against the Phoenix Mercury. They
Hmm.
said both women subsequently they missed game 4 when the Lynx were eliminated from the playoffs. So that was a big blow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the WNBA be going through turmoil for a while, with their players, obviously, with
Yeah.
the pay, and things of that nature. So, hopefully they can fix this because once these star players start coming out and voicing their opinions like that, and the tone in which she said it, where, she said these guys are the worst leadership in the world, you got to address that. You got to address that, WNBA and the commissioner got to address that.
Yeah. 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 Definitely, man. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't really get to hear what she said, but once the show finishes up, I'm gonna look into it so I can catch
Hmm.
up myself. But yeah,
Absolutely.
um, in other news, I mean, let's start with the Mets, man. In June, these guys was in first place in June to miss
Mm-mm.
the playoffs with the second highest payroll.
Mm.
Disgusting. Good shout
The
out to them
highest
Yankees.
payroll, not the second, the highest.
Well, hey, listen, man, it's terrible. Shout out to them Yankees, though. I mean, they play in the Red Sox right now, holding New
Yes.
York down. But
Yes.
that's terrible for the Mets. I mean, y'all made it to the NL championship round. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, last season against the Dodgers, and to
Mm-hmm.
get Juan Soto and still have a bunch of your core intact, and to miss the playoffs after being in first place
Mm-hmm.
in June,
In June, yeah.
terrible. So they got to go to the drawing board, address a lot of issues. And who's to say if Pete Alonso going to stay? He's opting out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they gotta get it together, man. Simple
Mm-hmm.
as that. That was a big, terrible collapse.
Mm-hmm. It
Unacceptable.
was.
So
It was. And it's key to note, they obviously it was a collapse. They was 45-24 in June. Then they finished off at 38-55 the rest of the way. That's crazy. But it's key to note that they did have a significant injury to their starting pitcher, Cody Singer, on June 12th. Apparently after that, that's when the decline of the Mets happened. And when it came down to the last game, which they lost, Cincinnati Reds lost, but obviously the Reds had the tiebreaker over them, which propelled them, over the Mets
yeah,
and knocking out the Mets. I mean, to
yeah,
have a $340 million payroll and not make the playoffs. Obviously, money is not going to buy you wins, right? But it should have gotten you caliber players enough to say, I'm putting all this money into these players and getting the best players. Let's go out and win, right? Like Yankees had the highest payroll at some point in time when they was winning, but they was winning, championships. You look at a team like the Dallas Cowboys who had a high payroll in their tenure, they won
yeah,
championship. So if you're gonna go out and spend this money and go over luxury taxes, however, these things go, you want to typically at least make the playoffs. So this is a huge collapse for the New York Mets having a
yeah,
$340 million payroll. Crazy,
yeah. I
crazy.
mean,
That's crazy. Yeah,
yeah,
and
man.
Juan
And
Soto should have stayed. Should have stayed. Should have stayed a Yankee.
I mean,
They
I mean, I mean, hey, man. He took the little bit more bread that the Mets was giving him, plus the
mm-hmm.
incentives. I mean, you got to remember, Juan Soto already won a World Series in the National, so
Yeah.
people forget that he already won his second year in the league and won the World Series MVP.
That's true.
So it's kind of like, I feel like that might have been like, yo, let me get the
Go
bread.
get the money. Yeah. hmm
So
And that's a lot of players. I'm gonna say a lot of players. That's some players' mo. Especially him winning so early and say, hey, I done got the chip. Where a lot of players don't even get near
Yeah.
a World Series. I got it in my second year and won MVP, right? So it's like, let me go get this bag. He got
And he
a little bit
made
of
World Series last year too. So okay, I
yeah.
made the World Series once and won, lost once. All right, let me get
Hmm.
the bag. And the Mets was a series before the World Series last year. So
Last
it's
year,
not like he
yeah.
went to a bad squad per se.
Right.
They lost to the Dodgers in 6 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it
Who
wasn't like he
eventually
went,
won it. Yeah.
so it wasn't like, like he went to some bum team.
Hmm.
He probably like, okay, they made it this far. I go over there. We probably can make the World Series.
Hmm.
So I
Right.
don't fault him. He stayed in the big market. He
Hmm.
went to, even though I like the Mets, but we know New York is a Yankees town. They
Yeah.
run it. So
Hmm.
I mean, he went to baby brother.
Hmm.
But I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
That's how I look
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man. At the end of the day, a player got to look out for their best interests, so he went for the money because, like you say, maybe he felt accomplished enough in his young career that he did he over exceeded what he was, maybe what his trajectory was for himself, and he overseeded that.
Yeah,
He went and got the bag, But
yeah.
again, their star pitcher was out, so that's equivalent to about 20 some games, you
And he
know.
started out slow too,
Yeah.
Juan Soto. He
Hmm.
ended up saving his season, but he started off slow.
Yeah, he did. He did because it was questioning that
The
contract. Like,
bread. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
always next year, man. It's always next year. See what they
Yeah.
do. But you know what? Go Yankees. Yeah,
Yeah. Yo, I'm a New Yorker, man. Go
go
Yankees. I mean,
Yankees.
I ain't rooting against them. I hope Aaron Judge get MVP too.
Hmm. Oh, and
Um,
it's key to note. They
yeah.
said this is the second time in recent years that a Mets team with a 300 plus million payroll has missed the postseason.
Yeah, I
That's
remember it was in the 2000s. I remember I think that's probably when they had Beltran and all of them guys.
hmm Yep,
During
Carlos
that era.
Beltran, all of them. Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yo, another joint, man. The Tyreek Hill. I didn't even see the injury until when I saw his leg. I was like, yo, I
Yeah.
didn't even want to see that. But
Yeah.
he's done. That my whole Miami saga is crazy. I have a feeling that once he come back, they probably end up trading him or something. It's just over. Their season is done. It's over. Hopefully he get well soon. I
Hmm.
mean, it's just unfortunate because he was playing well that game as well.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, unfortunate. Speedy recovery.
Yeah.
I wish him all the best.
I mean, he's only 31 years old, so he
Yeah,
still has some time for recovery, but the
yeah, for
extent
sure.
of the injury, man, he had multiple torn ligaments, including his ACL. And it's
Yeah,
crazy
it was a
because
bad. Yeah, it was bad.
it was bad. Like if you saw the clip, we're going to show the clip here. Disclaimer: viewer discretion is advised. Show the clip. But if you watch this clip right here, it's it was a gruesome injury. His whole
Very,
leg seemed like a
very,
twist.
very
You
gruesome.
know,
Very gruesome. Very gruesome.
it reminds me of when shoot, I can't get his name out. When Paul from the Pacers
Oh,
at the
Paul George.
time,
Paul
Paul
George.
George, yeah, when he
Oh,
suffered that
yeah,
leg injury,
yeah,
how
yeah, yeah,
gruesome
yeah,
it
yeah,
was,
yeah,
just the look of it, the visual of it. I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean, at
yeah.
31 years old, I mean, his agent came out and said that he'll be ready to go next year. That's going to be interesting to see how that's going to pan out. Because as a wide receiver, they rely on their legs a lot. Look at
And
Odell Beckham.
he can say that all he wants, but you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? He can say whatever, but
Hmm.
yeah, he gonna have to pull a Damian Lillard, and
Hmm.
we'll get to that later. But yeah,
And
you
it
gotta
was
take your time and stuff like that.
like because fans were speculating like because when he was leaving off the field, he was clapping. He was like, "Yes," right. So some
Yeah, people were
people
saying that.
was speculating, yeah, like what did that mean? But the coach came out and said, he never really seen a player that upbeat after an injury. The fans was rooting him on his, for his teammates. So it was mixed reviews with that on why he was saying yes. Some people was like, yes, I'm out of here. I get a break from Miami Dolphins. Some people felt that was the case. Others felt like he was just saying yes, like, giving an all odd to his teammates and the fans, like, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
back, I'm good, So it was kind of weird in that instance, getting
yeah,
charted off, you clapping, you saying yes. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, did you just see the fucking injury you just went through? You yesing and all that, you know what I mean? But was you gonna
yeah,
cry? So I
yeah,
get it, but it's speculative of what was going through his head when he was saying yes, getting carried off. But man, prayers out there, man. Hopefully he could come back. Because on the Chiefs, he was a monster on the Chiefs. You know,
yeah,
uh, so hopefully he could come back and be at least somewhat himself, because that's a tough injury to come back from.
yeah, 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 for sure, for sure, for sure. Um,
Like,
my
yeah,
boy,
for sure.
because you know why?
Like, you're trying to think of some next shit to say.
Because
Like, yeah, for
the next thing
sure, for sure.
is gut wrenching for me. Lamar
Uh-huh.
Jackson, man.
Oh,
That's why I was
oh.
talking like that, because I'm like, for sure, because I know next I'm talking about my boy now. And I don't want to talk about this, but
You got the
yo,
floor.
listen, Ravens, man, Ravens. The season is not over, but we fucking close to it. All right? Like, we fucking close to it. Like, yo, with Burrow being injured, you like, okay, yo, listen. Derrick Henry, I don't know what the hell is going on. Lamar Jackson, I ain't gonna lie. Shit was out of control, and I just felt like the injury was like, all right, let me get up off this field because I want to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not questioning Lamar, but it was just like, yo, you know what I mean? You want to go get up out of there, man. It's just, yo, listen, man. And then I hear he's supposed to miss this week. Listen, man, we need to not like just throw the season away. We're not in a position. Derrick Henry, you need to get it together. I mean,
Yeah.
we just gotta make the playoffs at all
Mm-hmm.
costs. That's the mission. All right, we're not gonna be 14-3. No, but let's make the playoffs and go from there. We gotta take this week by week. The season is not over, but the defense sucks. Dead serious. They
Mightily.
need to work on his defense. Like, enough is enough. Ray Lewis, where are you? Terrell Suggs, where are you? Like, all these Chris
Ed
McCallis,
Reed.
all of these all-time great. They need to put them on the staff for defense. Get this joint in order because the defense sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Serious. Like, we can't stop nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the way the defense look, the season is over. If we don't get this together, the season is done. It's over. I gotta be real. I can't front and fake the funk. They need
Mm-hmm.
to put focus back on defense, man. That's
Mm-hmm.
what Ravens are. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
because we finally got a quarterback that could pass, and it's like we're like, oh fuck defense now. No, we've
Lost.
always been a rushing team and defense.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else was extra. Like Flacco being able to pass the gym was extra. Okay, we got a serviceable QB who could actually do it. It's like we can't be like, oh, nah, we just gonna run and Lamar, no defense. You need defense. You got to be able to stop people.
Mm-hmm.
Like we gonna save the season by putting. And we lost a lot of key defensive guys though.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we've been losing a lot of defenders, but I mean, yo, we got to put emphasis back on defense, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, the season is not over, but the way the defense look, it is.
Mm-hmm.
They need to go back to the drawing board and like, come on. But I don't like what I'm seeing. It's not a good look right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a good look. I mean, Lamar hasn't been playing bad, but Derrick Henry, like after game one, it's like he can't even crack 100 yards. He's
Mm.
getting like 40 yards. He's fumbling. Like, come on. Come
Right.
on. Come on. Like, this is, yo, man, I'm done.
I
Yo,
let you go. That's your team.
yo,
Like,
I'm done, man. Like, yo, I'm done, man. I'm done, man. How about them Giants, man? How about your boy Dart? It's the season debut, man. I'm done with these Ravens right now, man.
you know,
You got
I was
anything
gonna
to
say
tell you?
something,
Yeah,
but
go
nope,
ahead.
I'm gonna
Add
leave
it.
it. Nope,
You
nope,
gonna
nope.
leave it?
No,
Add
I'll
no,
leave
add
it.
on. Add
Nope.
on, man.
That's your team. That's your team. That's your
Yo, because
team.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I had the Lamar Jackson jersey on at the job. Yo, bro. You know that thing when Homer keep going backwards into the bush?
Uh huh.
Yo, that's what I was doing. I'm like, yo, we started our
Going in the
first
bush
drive.
like.
scored the touchdown. I'm like, yeah, I'm walking around the job like this, like looking at everybody like, yeah, yeah. Yo, halftime, halftime, yeah, I'm already hiding. I'm already hiding. I'm already laying low. People walking by the desk. I'm like this.
Hey, but it's key to know. I just want to note this, right? So,
Yeah,
I mean, Lamar Jackson, before he got injured,
yeah,
he had 869 passing yards, 10 touchdowns, and one
yeah,
interception.
yeah.
You know,
That one is that he threw that last game too.
he was playing pretty good. His completion
Yeah, he was
ratio
playing
was
ball. He was
71.6.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
Lamar Jackson ain't playing bad, but it's just the defense sucks, and Derrick Henry hasn't been he hasn't been playing well.
yeah,
He
he
hasn't been
hasn't.
playing well.
He
He's messing up the
digressed a
offense.
lot this year,
Yes,
tremendously.
yes.
He
At the first
digressed a lot.
game, he was looking crazy, but now
Hmm.
he looks crazy. Like it's like yo,
And I got to get a note to Cooper Rush, man, who came in and try to, salvage something. He was, 9 or 13, 52 yards in relief of Jackson. Obviously, he's not Lamar,
yeah,
but
yeah,
at least he
yeah.
try to he try to do something out there. But you're right, man. The Ravens are 1-3 right now. They play the Houston Texans next game. He's expected to miss 2 to 3 weeks. That's what they're saying. So if he's out the next 2 to 3 weeks, bro, Ravens are
Yeah.
playoffs, playoffs, playoffs. I don't know about that, bro. But we again, like we were saying before when we was talking previously about the Ravens and we was talking about how Lamar Jackson got to do it. I mean, he's injured, so this is going to be a part of his legacy, obviously, moving forward. If they don't make the playoffs this year, this is going to be a year that was kind of semi-wasted, a year that people was looking at Ravens and Lamar Jackson to take that next step. So it's
Yeah.
like if he's injured and say if they lose these next 3 games while he's injured, what do you do? Do you sit Lamar Jackson out for the remainder of the season? What do you do at that point? Because at that point, you're going to
Nah,
be 1 and
nah,
6.
nah,
You'd be 1 and
nah,
6 at that point.
nah,
So it's like, do you bring
nah.
him back in? Do
You
you
may,
try
you may,
to?
you bring him back if he's fully healthy. Yeah, you don't rush him back if you lose
Mhm.
all the games. I feel like you don't rush him back. But nah,
And
he ain't gonna sit the whole season.
I mean, and he has a hamstring injury for a running quarterback to have a hamstring injury.
Yeah, that's why
That
you
is
take
going to
your
hurt.
time. That's why
That's
you
going to
take your
hurt.
time though.
Yeah,
Take your time.
yeah.
How
But
about your
shout out to
Giants though,
Lamar.
man? How about your Giants, man?
Man, listen, man, my Giants got to win, man. My man, Mr. Dart came in there, man, and got the dub against the 3-0 Chargers. So he was 13 for 20, 65% completion percentage, 111 yards, 1 touchdown, 54 rushing yards, one rushing touchdown. His QB rating of a 96.0.
So yeah, talk to me. How you feel his debut was as a
Um,
Giants
I,
fan?
and somebody had made a post in like one of the Facebook groups, and they were saying, well, was that Dart being a good quarterback, or was that the Chargers showing you who they really are as a team? It's hard to gauge. And watching the game, I'm looking at Dart. He needs more time to improve. Obviously, he's a rookie. He's learning the system, learning the plays.
Mhm.
But he got a win. He got a dub, right? So, and he became the first rookie quarterback to beat a team with a 3-0 or better record in his first career start since Phil Simms in 1979. So, you got to note that. That was big for Dart's starting off resume.
Yeah, and that's
But
how QBs are judged by wins and losses.
absolutely, absolutely. I it's too early to say yeah, Dart is that guy. He got to
Yeah,
win against a 3-0 team, so that's good. But it's for me as a Giants fan, I got to
yeah.
see more. Now, if he goes next week, because I'm gonna be out there in New Orleans, and if he goes out there and he torched them Saints, then I'm like, okay. I mean, Saints is trash anyway. They like what's their record? They trash. What's the Saints record? Let me see.
Yeah, nobody
Saints.
nobody pays attention to the Saints, man.
Yeah, let me see
No
what they
one, no
record.
one's checking for them. No, that's why we don't know the record because nobody's checking for them. They're not.
Yeah,
They
they
don't matter. They're not
0-4.
important.
Yeah,
They're
Saints
nobody.
is
They're not
0
important.
and 4.
They
0 and
look
4.
like just like the Jets.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, Jen, I had to take a dig at y'all.
Saints is 0-4. So I would be highly disappointed if we go over there and lose to an 0-4 team.
Yeah,
After we done beat a 3-0 team. So,
yeah,
we're gonna see.
yeah,
But,
yeah,
shout out to Jackson Dart, shout out to Giants. But my man, Napers is out for the whole year, man. My
yeah.
receiver, man.
How you feel
That's the
about that? How
only
you feel? Is
thing.
it the turf? Is it the turf?
Huh?
Is it the
So,
turf?
what you said? What you mean?
Is it like the people blaming the turf?
I don't know, because obviously athletes now are prepared for that,
Yeah,
shoes and moderation in shoes and stuff like that. So we don't, it could be, is up in the air, right?
yeah,
I just, that was our number one receiver, so
yeah,
now he's gone. So now we got to leave it up to Dart to really see your quarterback skills and watching your IQ grow game to game without the star
yeah,
wide receiver. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We're gonna see. I mean, no Giants fan or casual or real Giants fan is not. We're not saying, yo, we're gonna make the Super Bowl. We're
yeah,
not even like, yo, playoffs. We just like, let's just have a good enough season to give us hope.
yeah,
To lead us in the right direction.
yeah,
So Theo Johnson, I like Theo Johnson, man, the tight end over there. He's pretty sturdy. So we gotta rely on the whole team to do something. But shout out my G, man, we gotta win. We gotta
yeah,
bucket.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Bucket.
And speaking of, touch on that. We touched on the WNBA earlier, but shout out to the Mercury for reaching the finals, man. Yo,
Yes.
Alyssa Thomas, I'm not even mad at her because they was Collier, this that. Like, yo, she got to guard me too. And look,
Mm-hmm.
boom, they beat the Liberty and the Lynx. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna face the Aces or the Indiana Fever. And let's just say if the Aces win, and then
Mm-hmm.
if Phoenix wins the chip, and to go through New York, Minnesota, and
Minnesota
them and
and
win a chip,
Aces.
that might be the greatest
Yeah.
playoff run, WNBA history. So
Yeah.
let's just watch out. Let's see who wins between Aces and Fever. Because shout out to the Fever for holding it down without Caitlin Clark.
Without mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, WNBA. I know they got the controversy and stuff going on, but it's been
Without
the
Tommy.
last 2 years. Tom, what up? It's been a real success. So you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. I'm interested to see it.
Yes. And you know what? I like this Phoenix Mercury team because of their
Me too.
grit. They
Yeah.
grit. They've been coming back
Yeah.
in these games,
Yes.
fighting and
Yes.
clawing,
Yes. Yes.
and you look at teams like that and you root for them. You're like, yo,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want this team
Yeah.
to win, because of the grittiness and how they are able to win out these series,
Yes.
just by pure grit and determination, right? Because
Yep.
if you look at it, they don't got the star players that everybody else
Well,
has.
no. Well, we're not gonna. Alyssa Thomas is an underrated star. She
She's an
just don't
underrated
get the
star.
credit that she
Yeah.
deserves. She don't get the credit
Yes.
she deserves. She
Right.
needs to get more credit.
I'm just saying,
So
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
how they have, the Caitlin Clarks, the
Yes.
Asia Wilsons,
But the thing about it, right? Keeping it a buck. Alyssa Thomas is better than Caitlin Clark and these people that get attention. So it's like just goes to say,
mm-hmm.
yo, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
you need to start showing love accordingly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Because she's a top, arguably, she probably is a top 5 player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if I'm being real, the only people that you could off the rip and be like, yo, they play better is Aja, maybe Nafisa Collier.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like, but she's up there. Because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these people, like, you got the rookies, Paige Beckers and all that, but they're not better than her.
Mm-hmm.
Got to keep it a stack. Like, there's a lot of players that she be getting triple doubles and all that. So it's just, you know what I mean? That's just something where the WNBA, like, you not putting light on a person that you should. And now look, this team is in the finals. So she forced everybody's hand. Like, oh, y'all don't want to give me? Well, look, I took them out. I took out New York. I took out Minnesota. So what's up? So shout out to Alyssa Thomas. I rocks with her, man.
We got to note, these were past WNBA champions that they've taken out.
Yeah, well, not the Lynx. Not basically yet.
Yeah,
But
I'm
the
talking about
Liberty.
Liberty, that
Yeah,
they've taken out. So, you got you gotta that's key to note too, you know. And it's the
Yeah.
first time they in the finals since 2021. So
Since Tarasi was there.
yeah, you know, so you know, I'm rooting for them, man. But I would like to see them play the Aces though with Asia. I
Yeah.
got to see
I would
that.
like that. So if they beat them,
Yeah, yeah, you beat the
can't front them.
MVP. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
You
mean, you
know,
went through Brianna Stewart, Sabrina, Nafisa Collier, Ajib. You're
yeah,
not
that
telling
that
Alyssa Thomas anything.
yeah,
Anything.
that'd be a historic run. That ring, if she
Anything.
get that ring
Not
is
telling her
cemented.
anything.
Yeah,
Not telling
that'll
her
be
anything.
cemented. So shout out to them,
Yeah.
man. Shout out to the Phoenix Mercury, man.
Yeah.
Gritty team, man. It's key to know another key note was they trailed by 13 points at the start of the fourth quarter before outscoring the Lynx 31-13 in the final period to secure the win. So then that's that grit. That's that grit. They came back.
Yeah.
And when you look at teams that catch fire in the right time, that's the Mercury. They catch a fire, they in the groove at the right time. So
Yep.
it's gonna
Yep.
be interesting. Alyssa Thomas, she had 23 points, 10 assists. While Sabely contributes, she had 21 points, including that crucial 3-pointer in the first half. So yeah, man, they team's pride and togetherness. That's what they build off. Pride of
Yeah.
togetherness, So
Yeah.
let's go, man. Let's go. WNBA is in the good hands. Good hands
Yeah.
right now with the teams that's representing the WNBA. So
Yeah.
let's go. Absolutely.
And about Kaminga. I mean, I haven't really paid much attention to the whole Kaminga,
Hmm.
but signing with the Warriors, they offered him a contract.
Yeah, because he has sat out media day,
Okay.
because he's in the contract negotiations. So what he wants, he's a restricted free agent, right?
Hmm.
And contract negotiation with the Warriors have been dragging on for months, causing other free agent signings to be delayed because they looking at Kaminga to say, yo, what are you going to do? Is he going to sign? He's not going to sign. So,
Hmm.
you know how the free agent is a domino effect. Once one free agent says, can I sign with this team? Then he open up the books for other free agents, so
Yeah.
Kaminga is kind of like, because people are looking at Kaminga as a potential star in his league. And he feels himself as a star, and he feels like he's being held back by the Warriors.
Yeah.
So him and his agent, they sort of contract with a player option as a sign of goodwill. So that's one of the stipulations that they're looking to get within the contract. So it's citing concerns about pass roll, confusion and potential mid-season trades. So these are the things like in stipulations in the contract that he's wanting to get out of it.
Okay.
So the Warriors got their offers on the tables. It's like, they being firm and they stance in the contract. Kaminga want this, his agent want that, so they are saying that, ultimately he will sign, with the Warriors. But I think after Kaminga signs, that's when you may see a Westbrook sign somewhere, or, you may see these other free agents that's in limbo that hasn't been signed yet, because obviously we just had media day. So a
Yeah.
lot of the players would like to have their teams in set and players in set, by that time.
Yeah.
So Kaminga is people looking at him as a breakout star. So Kaminga just wants to make sure that he is paid and taken care of and has some
Yeah.
kind of ability with his contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. All right. I mean, Dame Lillard sitting out the year. I commend him. He's older. Portland is not a contender. He knows that. There's no need to rush.
Hmm.
And to me, that says I got something left in the tank. I want to
Hmm.
take my time and be able to finish my career out on my own terms.
Hmm.
No need to rush back, especially, understanding what having an Achilles injury means, especially if he's older.
Hmm.
His game, shooting is primarily one of his things.
Hmm.
So I commend him. There's no need. There's no need to rush back at all. Take your time, get
Hmm.
well, and then you could come back and be of service to this team. So
Hmm.
I think Damian Lillard is making the right decision
Hmm.
because at least when he sit out the whole season, when he come back the season after that, he'll be ready as from a confidence standpoint, as far as feeling comfortable going out there,
Mm-hmm.
knowing, you know what I mean? So I commend him. I commend him. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
I think it's a good move for Dame, especially being
yeah,
that it's really no pressure, right? He's home,
yeah,
right?
yep,
He said this is the happiest, he's back the being happy, the joy. He get to go down
yeah,
the street, see his moms, so his kids is there, take his kids to school. So he's happy. So he doesn't have to rush, right?
yeah,
It's just that, some people is going to look at it. Obviously, everybody heals different. Everybody's body's different.
yes,
Damien's
yes,
35 years old. He's not a Tatum age because they looking at Tatum like, yo, this man out here running fast, shooting like he ready to play, off injury that's supposed to take up to a year for recovery. They people looking at Tatum like he might be back in shape beginning of the season type shit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that. But yeah, man, shout out to Damian Lillard for taking that decision. Not and that's a nod to the organization as well to say, hey, Dame, you just don't need to rush back.
yeah,
We're not a championship team, right? We're not a contending team, right? So
yeah,
there's no need for you to rush back so we could try to, win a chip or something like that. Take your time, bro. You with your family, do what's best for you in order to fulfill your rehab and getting back on the court. So yeah, man, it's a commendable move for Damian Lillard. But again, I just hate when people are trying to compare Damian Lillard to Tatum and his recovery. They're two different players. And it's key to note that Tatum got his surgery literally like right after it happened. So that
yeah,
was why that attests to why he's able to come back a little bit quicker because he got that joint done so quick. But we'll get into that. But yeah, shout out to Damian Lillard, man. Take your time, bro. Be 36 next year. By the time you come back at 36, 37,
yeah,
do your thing,
yeah.
Dame. I'm
And they
supportive of
different.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tatum is young, and even though Damian Lillard injury happened before Tatum's, but like you said, everybody's body ain't the same. So,
yeah.
and then we don't know whose Achilles tear or rupture was worse.
Was
Because,
worse,
like,
right?
for example, like when I told mom, the doctor was like, "Yo, it was the worst he ever seen," and it was hanging by
Mm,
a thread. That's a bad joint. Just because your
right,
joint ruptures, it don't mean that it was as bad. So
right,
people just got to speak on what they know. Can't
right.
speak about people's body and stuff. So
It's key that you said that, right? Because and Kobe, my guy, right? So
yeah,
they had a clip of Byron Scott talking about when Kobe tore his Achilles and he walked up, hit the free throws, and walked off, right? And they're
hmm,
comparing it to when Jason Tatum tore his, he was on the floor crying and all that. It depends on the severity of the tear, right? Because obviously when Kobe tore his, it was probably like a pop. It wasn't no pain, and that's why he was able to walk and do all that stuff,
hmm,
right? As opposed to Tatum, depending on how it tore, it probably hurt when his shit tore,
yeah,
But it just
yeah.
it just adds to Kobe's nostalgia, like because when they see these other people tear their Achilles, even Damian Lillard, he wasn't like, he was just like, even when Kevin Durant tore his. He was like shaking his leg, like, damn, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? So it's different tears of the Achilles. Because when you tore yours, you crying and in pain and all type.
I was in pain, but I wasn't crying. Nah.
Wasn't crying, right? So I just think shout out to Kobe, rest his soul, but that just adds to his nostalgia because people look at these other guys that tore their Achilles and or ACLs or whatever, and they're like, well, Kobe, that boy stoic as hell, even though
Yeah,
that just adds to the nostalgia. But shout out Kobe, but yeah, man, shout out Dame Lillard, man, get
yeah,
well, take your time, bro. You on your home team, so no need to rush back.
yeah. And then also like now we're going into the Tatum. That was the last topic. Tatum with the rehab. I mean, people gotta understand everybody's body not the same. And Tatum, he's practicing, he's doing stuff, but that's not saying he's coming back tomorrow.
Right.
He's doing better, but,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not saying he's starting the season and none of that. Because my
Right.
thing is that once you remember he got hurt, that was in like May.
Mm-hmm.
Like people understand the process. We now about to be in October. So after an Achilles, after a certain year, you're walking on your own and stuff. And you
Mm-hmm.
work your way back into, you know, running and all that's what therapy and all that stuff. And so, like people be just seeing stuff and just jumping out the window. Like
But I
he
think, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you good. You good.
But I think people are looking at it because of the recovery time it normally takes for that type of injury, right? It's usually 9 to 12 months. So we're looking at May 2025. We are only in October. That's what, 5 months, right? So it's like you super ahead of schedule. And from the videos that we saw, he was like running, full sweat, shooting. He was like looking like, bro, this boy look like he could play right now, right? From judging by the video. So, but again, it's key to note that he got the surgery literally he popped it, tore, got in an ambulance, went to the hospital, had surgery. Typically the guys have surgery the next day. He had that immediately after it happened. So
Yeah,
that aided in his recovery time by getting it done so early, so fresh. So, that's very key to note that. And that's why he's really, because people looking at it, I was reading the comments, it was like, the fuck? Like, what did he take? Did he take PEDs? Did he take steroids? Like, they go,
yeah,
like, yo, what is he doing in that video? He was
yeah,
looking like he could suit up the start of the season. Obviously, he's not. But, that video that he put out, it was very shock value to a lot of people. But granted,
yeah,
his age, what he did in terms of getting the surgery done in the time frame that he got it done, all of that, plays a factor into why he's able to do what he was doing in that video.
yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was what we had for today's show, man.
Damn, we breezed through that, bro. I'm about to clip this up and put a clip out tonight.
All right, man. There we go, man. Watch the Yankee game.
Absolutely, man. Let's go, Yankees. Hey, yo, man, you know what it is, man. Your boy, too. I say your boy, too. Your boy, C.O. McClain.
It's your boy Melly Mel, man.
Hey, listen, 2 cents and change merch be coming soon. We're gonna have a link up if you guys want to get some purchase and support the brand, support the movement. We're gonna have that link up for y'all soon, man. So just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned for more guests. We're gonna have some things lined up for y'all, man. 2 cents and change the podcast.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Episode 28.
28.
28,
Yeah.
man. We out here.
Bang bang.
Yeah.